Hello. Welcome back to one of my videos here at KI Student Vlogs. My name is Claudia. I'm second year master student in biomedicine, and today we are gonna talk about a big phenomenon in winter. And no, I'm not talking about the cold, and because Spock already made a video about that on how to survive Swedish winter. Today we're gonna talk about another phenomenon called the darkness. The darkness is something that is really present in Scandinavia, and it shocked me when I came here because I come from a Mediterranean country and there we have, so to say, more or less the same sunlight hours during all year. However, here between November and February, the sunlight hours get substantially reduced. And consequently, it's possible that you might feel more tired, in a lower mood, so more sleepy. Actually, this period that you may go through, it's called by SAD. It corresponds to seasonal affective disorder. And it's all these symptoms that I have just explained right now. I have to say that at the beginning it comes really all of a sudden, and for me actually last year it was a little bit of a shock and I didn't expect that it would affect me that much. However, after living 1 year already in Sweden, who would say so already, it has happened really fast. I'm gonna explain you 5 tips on how you can survive the Scandinavian darkness. One of the most important tips I would say would be take vitamin D. As you may know, vitamin D is antioxidant, it helps the immune system as well, the brain function, and it is synthesized in the presence of sunlight. Thus, of course, if there's darkness, this means that your body will have less vitamin D, and even though some foods may have vitamin D, the main source would be the sunlight. What I did actually, because I already knew that in Sweden lots of students take vitamin D. Before I came here, I bought this pack. I cannot show the brand, but it has 400 pills. Basically, you need to take one every day, and with that you get the amount of vitamin D needed. And it's true that sometimes it's easy that it gets forgotten, so I would recommend you to put an alarm, because if you are a person like me that you forget easily, I would recommend you to put an alarm, because if you don't take vitamin D during some days, you will feel it. There are also other supplements. For example, I know some friends take some that it's just for the whole month. But of course, what I would recommend you is to ask your doctor or the pharmacy where you go, and they will recommend you the best option for you. The second tip for me would be get a routine. I think it's important to have a regular schedule so you know where you need to keep your focus at each time of the day, and you don't sometimes overthink that much about how dark it is or how cold it is, etc. And I think this is something that this year I have improved, because as I am going already just to the lab because I'm doing my master's thesis, I have to commute every day because I have to do experiments. Whereas last year I was doing courses and we had more self-study days, and maybe we didn't have that much to do because I feel first year is normally more relaxing than the second year. But yeah, I would say keep a routine, and not only during the working hours, but also try to organize a little bit the afternoons and the evenings. For example, go to the gym, organize an hour that you want to read, or maybe even watch Netflix, or painting, or meet with friends. And with what I have commented about doing leisure activities such as going to the gym, it would come my third tip, which would be get yourself active. And by that, I don't mean that you need to go and run more, go to the gym every day of the week. But for example, during the weekends, which maybe you will have more time, it's important to go for a walk when there's still sun, either alone or with friends. And also if it's not too icy, be careful with that, please. Because of course you will get some sun, and also afterwards you will feel energized. And it's true that at the beginning you will need to make a little bit of effort, but I'm sure that after it will be super worth. And on the other side, of course, now that it's winter, you can also enjoy and go ice skating either in the rings or lakes in Stockholm or the surrounding. The fourth tip for me would be circle yourself with people. As this year, again, I'm working already in the lab, I feel that this is a little bit easier to accomplish because during the day I'm always surrounded by some colleagues, we have lunch together, or then even in the evenings, if I have meetings with other associations, I am already surrounded. However, during the first year, or if you have courses, sometimes that can feel a little bit more challenging because during the day maybe you are just in lectures, and even though you're with people you cannot really talk much or interact that much. But I would say that is important, and I think a first step to already make that is try to have lunch together, have dinner together, or even studying and working together can make the difference, and even it can help you to pass a difficult exam. And the fifth tip I would give you would be to use light therapy. I have to say I haven't really used this one by myself, but I know some friends and colleagues that are doing it. And it consists in, well, you need to have the device first. What it does is it emits light, normally in the mornings, so it helps you be more awake because normally the sun rises up in the worst case scenario at 9, and if you have to wake up early, it can be a little bit hard. You can buy these devices in several shops here in Stockholm or also online, and I would say they cost between 400 and 600 coronas as far as I know. So yeah, it can also be a useful thing to do if to cope with the darkness. I have to say that regarding waking up, I also have a personal tip which might be related by light therapy. And what I do is in winter, I don't put my curtains. I just leave with the curtains way open. So then the little bit of light that can enter my window already helps me to wake up during the most dark days. But I have to say that if you need to wake up super early, that still doesn't really work. And last but not least, if you really feel that during this start you are really struggling, feeling very tired and unmotivated, I would recommend you to contact the Student Health Center here at KI, and there will be professionals that can help you in this topic as well as in others. Thank you so much for listening in this video, and yes, don't forget to follow us in the KI Student Vlogs channel. Hey though!